Yeah. Oh man. Yes. Y'all know I had to do a video. Y'all knew I was coming. I gave everybody some time to breathe, you know, get all of their speculation out. A lot of people were running around here saying some outrageous stuff on both sides, the pony side and the bot side. Both of you guys were out there tripping as usual. And I just wanted to slide in through the back door and come in with my thoughts on this reveal. You know, I was quiet about it. I didn't say too much. I listened to everybody talk. Twitter was a very entertaining place. YouTube's comment section was a very entertaining place. Very entertaining for the last 2 days. Very much entertainment. I enjoyed it very much. So let's get into my thoughts on this. First of all, I want to say that yes, the console specs were what I thought, and I'm not going to take credit for saying that, oh, I figured it out. No, Digital Foundry's whitelist was correct, pretty much, in a nutshell. And a lot of people were just refusing to understand this thing about the CPU and the fact that if they put a Zen brand new CPU in a console, that would be like breaking the whole console genre of having new hardware and CPUs in consoles. It's not likely for a console to be ahead of a PC. I don't know why guys keep thinking that's going to happen. I mean, at some point, yeah, we may get to that point actually, but not right now. Not right now. And that's the kind of thing that if that was going to happen, we would know. So, yeah, so it's going to be using a Jaguar processor, but it's going to be interesting because it's a custom Jaguar processor. The processor is going to be powered by DX12 and the Scorpio engine. That's what they're calling the whole process because it's custom. And it's interesting because the DX12 draw call is going to bring the DX12 workload from thousands of draw call commands to 11. Now, that is actually powerful, man. A lot of people don't understand how powerful that is. That's going to make the console able to do things that no other console on the market currently can do. Now, I'm going to get more into that, and I don't want you fanboys to get mad, but I'm going to do like a comparison video where I'm going to talk about the power of the Scorpio versus the power of the PS4 Pro and PC and things of that nature. There's a lot of people, I'm not going to say I understand it better than a lot of people, but a lot of people actually just don't understand it. But this one thing right here is the secret sauce that people thought was going to be in the Xbox One. It's going to make it so much easier for the console to handle heavy workloads like 4K 60. But I digress. I see a lot of you bots just out there celebrating, but this is the problem here. This has to be something that is implemented properly by developers. Now, the architecture makes it easier for them to do it, but that doesn't mean they will. Now, see, I'm a believer that because the PS4 Pro, or let's just say PS4, is running and dominating sales, whether it be software or hardware, it's just dominating like 3-1 on Xbox. And that's literally the figure right now. And I think that developers are still going to cater to their bread and butter. And that's just me. I mean, if I was a developer, I would do that too. So I'm not going to sit here and expect people to just keep making multi-plats extremely more overpowered on the Scorpio than they would on the Pro, knowing that the Pro is going to give them a mil and the Scorpio is going to give them a third of that. So this is just me being realistic. I know a lot of people are going to go, it's more power, it's more power. It has to be used. It has to be used. Now, in order for that power to actually be used, what do most consoles rely on? They're going to rely on exclusives. Now, we go back to this whole thing with Xbox not having games. Now, let me address this real quick. A lot of you guys are saying that the Xbox doesn't have games. And I'm like, you got to realize that Phil Spencer and these guys know this. They know that this is the case. They know that this is what's happening. And of course, they're going to have some kind of games available to showcase this, even if it's tech demos, glorified tech demos, or just, you know, straight up just trashy games. It's going to be something they're going to have to, you know, present this power to us. They're not going to just give the power to us and just leave it there. And another thing, this CPU is very interesting because a lot of people didn't really talk about it. But did you hear when they said that the CPU, because of the silicone that it's going to be using to be placed in the housing for the motherboard, is going to be balanced exclusively per console? This is scary because this sounds good, but this could potentially be that whole red ring of death thing again. This could cause these consoles to have like a lot of defects. So we have to see what's going to happen with this console when it first comes out, because that could be good or that could be very bad. So we got to see about that. I really kind of cringed when I heard that they're going to have to counterbalance every CPU individually. That made it sound so much more expensive than it would need to be. So this thing sounds like it's going to be expensive. Now, a GPU, a 1070. How much is one of those cost? I gotta look it up real fast while I'm talking to you guys, because that made this. All of this makes this sound so expensive, man. It just sounds so expensive. Okay, so I looked it up. The going price for a GTX NVIDIA 1070, which is what this is rivaling, is $400. So some people have 500, but I'm going to say 400. It can't be 500 because that's what the 1080 is right now. So that's kind of creepy, guys, because that is going to be saying a lot about the price of this thing. This thing is going to be expensive, man. It might be $500, and that would be being fair, because remember, it's rivaling a 1070, which is going for $400. I actually see some listeners on eBay for 500, but 400 is what I'm going to go with because that's the consensus of the number. So I mean, we're looking at a minimum of 400, of course, but we're looking at the possibility that this could be upward of 500. So this is going to be interesting, man. But overall, my thoughts on the console is that it looks great. Do I think games are going to be running at 4K 60? Definitely think some games will. I'm thinking 4K 30 is going to be the thing. A lot of people don't understand 4K 30 is not that impressive for a console with that much hardware. 4K 30 is doable. So we can see the Pro and the Scorpio do 4K 30. This is something we can see. It's not something that should be far-fetched with this hardware. It's possible. It's doable. Now, will it look good, have 4K textures, all of that stuff? That's different. That's different because that's when things start getting up there. But me being somebody that does a lot of tinkering and a lot of things I would not say right now on this channel because it'll make me sound like some kind of pirate. But the bottom line is me tinkering and doing the things that I do. It's doable. It's very doable, man. So people out there who don't think 4K is going to be a thing, it should be a thing. Now, there's a picture floating around of a still shot that I think Hard 8 addressed of Forza 7. And yeah, he was correct. A still shot is not going to be utilizing the processor. But at the end of the day, the power in this console, it should be doing 4K 60 with no problem. I'm thinking that it should be able to do that as long as, like I said, the architecture is designed and people use the power. So it's possible. It's very possible. So you're going to see 4K 60. So people who think you're not going to see that, you're going to see that. Now, the Jaguar processor is going to cause the 60 to be a little bit of an issue, and I think it's because of the the speed of the processor. I don't know if it could really do so much. I mean, 31% uplift is the difference between the Xbox One processor and the Scorpio, and 31% is a lot, but that's not that much of a lot. So 60 is still going to be an issue for a lot of games. You're not going to see Red Dead Redemption running at 4K native 60. That's not on the table, guys. So you're hearing that from me. One other thing I want to talk about that they did not talk about in this video is, remember, I also was told that the Scorpio is going to be able to run PC games. Now, I'm thinking it may be Steam. I'm thinking it might be Steam. Now, this is me speculating because when they said PC games, are they talking about Windows 10? They could possibly be talking about Windows 10, but why would they be talking about that when that's already on the console? So I think Steam may pop up here. There was rumors of a Steam app for the Xbox One. And I'm thinking you might see that because that was rumored to be one of the other features of this console. And it didn't say anything about Steam, but I remember Windows and Steam had something going on about 2 years ago. And it just went quiet. And then the Scorpio was announced a year later. So I'm thinking that that's what we're going to see, man. When the Xbox One S was revealed at 2015 E3, there was talks of this coming along. And it never, came to fruition. So I'm thinking that might be what one of the secrets is that Robert Alpanello, or if I said his name correctly, is talking about, because I'm not a groupie. I don't follow these people. I just follow hardware. I think that's one of the things he might be talking about as one of the secrets of the console, because that was talked about and it's somewhere around, and I'm not hearing about it from them officially. This may be something you might get surprised with that E3 or the Xbox reveal. I'm thinking this might be an E3 surprise. This might be one of them because it's around. Now, the 40 compute units versus PS4's Pro's 36. Once again, you're talking about an increase in power, but not much. But due to the fact that this Scorpio engine can reduce these draw calls through the X12 from thousands to only 11, means that there's a big advantage on it being able to do things that you would think it can't do. But 60 is not one of those things. That's not on the table. If it's going to do 4K 60, I believe it's going to do 4K 60 at interpolation level where Let me explain for those who don't know what that means. That means that it's going to be 30 frames doubled. So it's going to be 30 plus 30, meaning it's going to hit 60 frames, but it's not going to be native 60. So I know there's no such thing as I know you guys are going to say, wow, there's a such thing as fake 60. Yes, there's a such thing as fake 60 where frames are doubled and they count because they're doubled, but they're not really 60 frames because you're not getting a genuine 60. You're getting 30 twice. So it's filling the space of the frames to smoothen out the picture, but it's not giving you what you would get if it was actually 60 frames instead of 30 frames twice. If that makes any sense to you. This is what this process is going to go to for the bread and butter for 60 frames when it does it. So even though it does 60 frames, it's not going to be what you would get on a PC. So this is why you guys who are like bashing PC, you need to relax, because you're going to get native 4K. You're going to get 60 here and there. But when you get these things, it's still not going to be the same as what you would get on a PC. It's not going to be the 4K that you would get if you had a Titan XP, the new Titan coming out, of course, not the one that's out now, even though that one is okay, or the new 1080 Ti when it does 4K 60 ambient, all these features that you can turn on bloom and all these effects. You're not going to get that on this console. It's not going to be able to do all of those things. So you end up in a situation where, yeah, don't compare it to PC. You're close to PC, but you're not there yet. Are you close enough that you shouldn't get a PC? You actually are at a point where you do not need a PC, but you are not going to say that it's better than a PC. It's not happening. You maybe need another generation before you can say that. And then by then, PC, who knows what that'll be. So you're not there yet. So you guys who think this is going to be the answer to a gaming PC, you're not there yet. It's not the answer to a gaming PC. Gaming PC is still king. Now, as far as the PS4 Pro, guys, the PS4 Pro is not left in the dark by this hardware. The PS4 Pro has enough hardware to rival this with the techniques that they're using, like the upscaling. Look at Horizon Zero Dawn. And I know a lot of people touched on this, but Horizon Zero Dawn, The Last of Us, Uncharted, these games like Days Gone coming, God of War coming, these games look amazing. And no matter what you get, 4K 60 is not going to look good unless you have those type of creators creating for Xbox. And honestly, they admitted that they don't have that. So I'm not damage controlling saying that, the Xbox, the Scorpio is not it. It's the shit in the bag of chips. But it's not, we're not out the woods yet, man. We're not out the woods yet. They're going to need games, and they're going to need time for these games to get us back to where we feel like, they have better games than PlayStation or rivaling PlayStation. So the Scorpio is a great option. It's a day one purchase for me. It's good to see it out there. I'm definitely happy with it. It's the Xbox that I think we deserve. It's the Xbox that I think we need. They addressed the 7.1 issues that I used to talk about when I spoke to Smooth on the podcast that we do. And I told him that the Xbox One S and the Xbox Original does not have the 7.1 support that is needed, that is used in the PS4 Pro. So it's good to see that they put all that in there. It's good to see that they addressed a lot of the concerns that I had with the hardware. Every concern I had with the hardware got addressed. So I'm very comfortable with this purchase. Definitely will be a day one purchase for me. Might even get it early because, I have a little way to get these consoles early as well. I might do that. So I might do that. I might not. It depends. I feel funny buying hardware like that, because you never know if it's a bunch of bricks in a box and you got to open it there. You'd rather go home and open it and enjoy it. So I'd rather buy it from a reputable place where I know that I'm not going to get bricks in my box when I open it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I digress. I think that's the main things I wanted to talk about. I'm going to do more videos talking about the hardware, where I talk about the differences between this and the other platforms, and let you guys know what I think and what's going on. Of course, if you guys have any questions about this, ask me in the comment section. A lot of people said that the Jaguar wasn't going to be in there, and they were wrong. I told guys that was going to be in there. There's no way that they could go above that and make this thing reasonably priced. People should have kind of caught on to that. It would have been like $1,000 for this thing, and then it would have defeated the purpose of buying it, because then you could get a PC to do this and do other things. Because remember, they didn't even address the fact that the Xbox One games are going to come to PC. So why would you make it the price of a PC and think people are going to buy it? That's just common sense, people. It was very common sensible to not believe that a Zim would be in there. I actually thought people who thought that were kind of silly, but I'm not gonna get into that because then people are gonna think that I'm trying to like talk about them directly, and I'm not. I'm just saying that you should have known that if you know hardware. It just didn't make sense. One last thing before I end this video. As you see from the title, I said meet me at GameStop. So let's talk about that real fast. And I don't want to come off as negative, but I do got to address an issue. A few people have been leaving me messages, threatening me, talking all kinds of crazy shit. And I'm not the kind of person that promotes negativity, but I know that sometimes a lot of people do that. It's because they have these kind of issues and shit like that. So I know some of you guys who were saying that. You told me you live in New York. Some of you say you live in Brooklyn. I will be at GameStop tomorrow. This is the 7th. I will be at GameStop on the 8th, April 8th at 10 a.m. when GameStop opens at Georgetown Shopping Center. This is Georgetown Shopping Center, 2155 Ralph Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11234. If you are in the tri-state area of Brooklyn and you want to meet me to talk about any issues you may have, I will be there, and I will be doing a live Q&A. I will be live streaming. So if you can't meet me, you should tune in to see who's going to come meet me, because people said they wanted to see me. So if you want to see me, that's where I will be. I will be right there at the GameStop, and I will not be there long. I'm not going to sit there for hours, maybe 10, 20, 30 minutes tops. So if you want to meet me there between 10 and 10:30. Okay, I will be live streaming. If you cannot meet me, why don't you come to the live stream and ask me some questions? Because some of y'all want to ask me stuff, like I said, whether it be in person or on the live stream. I will be doing my very first Q&A on this channel, and it will be live streamed at GameStop. So if you want to see me once again to address any grievances, any issues, or just to ask me some questions, or just to meet me in person, see if I got a go-kart for real, see if I'm in a wheelchair for real, because a lot of y'all keep asking about this damn wheelchair. You can meet me in person and find all of that out, okay? So, like I said, 10 o'clock, be there. I will be there between 10 and 10:30. I'm not going to stay long. I have shit to do, so I figured I'd give you guys an opportunity to meet me in person, since you guys were saying that. Oh, you want to see me, you want to do all these things to me, and yada, 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 yada. Here's your chance. I'll probably do another one of these for those of you who can't make it. Just to see, man, just to get that out of there, because, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. I know a lot of people got things they want to say and do, or at least that's what you guys have been saying. And I'm here for you, man. I'm here for all of that shit, man. I'm here for it, man. So at the end of the day, like I said, if you guys got any questions for me, let me know in the comment section. Do show up to the live stream tomorrow for those of you who are not in the tri-state area of New York. And ask me some questions, man. Like I said, I'm a live stream there. I'll probably live stream when I get there and all of that. Live stream for a little while. Have a little fun with this, you know, joke around, whatever. Ain't nothing too serious. But yeah, man, for those of you who said you want to meet me, one person in particular who definitely said he wanted to meet me, maybe I should kind of try and shout this guy out. Let me see if I could go to my comments real fast before I leave and see if I could find this guy. Yeah, I found you. Nathan Shapes, that's your name. You said you wanted to meet me. Well, here's your chance. Damn, 53 comments in the spam folder. Yeah, you said you wanted to meet me, man. Here is your chance, man. So you can meet me tomorrow. You said you're in Brooklyn and all of that shit. So yeah, here's your chance, man. Tomorrow, GameStop. Let me read the address again. GameStop at Georgetown Shopping Center, 2155 Ralph Avenue, zip code of New York, 11234. So I will be there at 10 o'clock, man. You can come meet me and shit in my go-kart and all that stuff like you said, all right? I'm out of here, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And like I said, man, I may live stream later tonight, some kind of game or something. There's a couple of games I need to play. And I might live stream and chat with you guys, but I will be doing a Q&A. So if you guys got any questions for me, man, you could hit me up in the bottom. But if you got Q&A questions for me, come to the live stream tomorrow at 10 o'clock. I might be streaming a little before 10. But y'all know I like to stream early in the mornings on Saturdays sometimes, if I'm able to. Hit me up, like I said, at that stream, and let me know what you got, man. I know you guys got a lot of weirdo ass questions and shit. I'm not gonna be answering nothing too personal as usual, because dudes is fucking weirdos, like the guy just shouted out. But yeah, I'll be there, man. Come see me, come shake my hand, come say what's up. You know, let me know. You know, whatever y'all want to do, let me know, man. I'm there. I'm gonna be there. I ain't later. Like I said, I will live stream from my phone because my phone has the live stream app and all of that. I will be live streaming to YouTube. I'm out of here, man. Peace. Xbox Scorpio is the best Xbox Scorpio. Oh.